Well, hello again, everybody, and here we are again. Welcome back to Maximus the Fourth. Today, I'm going to be sharing my thoughts with you guys today about Filthy Frank. Now, Filthy Frank is a YouTuber that started his channel 11 years ago, or 12 years ago, give or take, depending on when he made his very first YouTube video. It could be upticking to 12 years. Doesn't matter as much. But Filthy Frank is this ridiculously creative, incredibly vulgar YouTuber that made some of the most dark, oh my gosh, wretched, like satanic content. The crap that he got away with when he was in his prime was ridiculous. I mean, to this day, if he'd be making content like that, he for sure would be getting demonetized. Along with Max Mofo and iDubbbz and How to Basic, all four of those guys had pretty similar content ideas, except Max Mofo was very similar for sure to Filthy Frank. But How to Basic, you all know he just does stuff with his hands. You can't see his face. Not to get off topic here, but Filthy Frank, man, let's just talk about some of his most popular videos. The pink suit, where he dresses up as that weird guy in the pink suit. And the video is STFU. I'm not even going to say it. We all know what that means. Like, oh my gosh, just the way he is singing that song. I even read down some of the comments at one point and how inspired people were by that video. And I definitely do not think that that is anything to be inspired by because of how horribly bad it is. If you take a look at his video, Life Hacks, oh my gosh, like, just how he's reenacting being bulimic and how there's blood coming out of his mouth. Not real blood, obviously, but in how he's like, are you tired of brushing your teeth? And spray your face with spray paint and go along! Filthy Frank literally spray painted his mouth for reals with white spray paint, just to prove a point. That video is hard to watch. Like, he even aimed a shotgun in his mouth. Unbelievable. Just unbelievably vulgar. Like, I've watched that video a couple times, and I swear it just leaves me scarred every time I watch it. I for sure would not recommend watching something like that. But to get on to Filthy Frank's success, he obviously had a clue of what he was doing. He was very smart, but you just gotta wonder if you're making content that was like that, literally like South Park material, if not worse than South Park. Even a video that he made of E.T., where he was like petting E.T. and even grabbed E.T. below the belt. Oh my gosh, I can't go any further into that. It's making my stomach turn just thinking about it because it's so ridiculously graphic. And how E.T. dies of this age because he's snorting cocaine. Hard video to watch. And I think at one point Filthy Frank actually had 8.03 million subscribers. Now he's down to 7.87 million. So he's lost about 130,000 subscribers, and that's just from being completely inactive. But you gotta know that if he ever came back on the YouTube scene and started posting content again, his videos more than likely would probably blow up. But for his fans that loved him in the past, a lot of them probably wouldn't find it to be the same because he wouldn't be able to use explicit content anymore. he would definitely have to bleep out all the cuss words that he's using in his videos, because you can't get paid nowadays on YouTube if you're using language, because it's supposed to be a family-friendly website where you're posting videos. With that said, I'm not here to bash Filthy Frank. I'm just simply addressing the type of content he made and how it has made me feel. And just considering the kind of content he made, you gotta wonder what goes through someone's brain that even has the tenacity and the guts to make content like that. I don't know. I highly doubt that Filthy Frank is a Christian. I think he's the furthest thing from that. But one thing's for sure, he's very, very creative, big time. And you see some of the crazy crap he's done with Max Mofo and iDubbbz and How to Basic. Like, they've done just the craziest crap ever, where they'll like spin a wheel and it's a mousetrap, a bowl of candles that are lit, or let's say a dart getting thrown into the stomach. Like, Filthy Frank literally did all that kind of stuff. Like, in my opinion, it's above and beyond Jackass, how bad Jackass was. Like, the body mutilation that Filthy Frank would put himself through, it's just stomach turning. And in his most popular video, where he's dressed up in that pink suit that's titled STFU, we all know what that means. At the very beginning of that video, he runs past this black guy that is minding his own business and sitting on a bench, and he slaps the guy's hat right off of his head. So it's definitely not cool how he would involve citizens like that and harass them. You could definitely get jumped for doing stuff like that. But one thing's for sure, Filthy Frank was a very huge risk taker, and he risked a ton for people's entertainment. You gotta think that he probably more than likely just didn't even care what was going to happen to him if there were things that did backfire on him. And I'll bet you there are things that have backfired on Filthy Frank. Nowadays, Filthy Frank, he's going under this different name. I don't know. DJ Glowing Ice, when he was talking about iDubbbz, he talked about Filthy Frank. And I don't know if he's on a different platform or what, with how he's going by a different stage name other than Filthy Frank. But if anyone knows about that, like DJ Glowing Ice, just drop a comment down below. That way the viewers can see those comments, because it'd be cool to know. But one of the last things that I can say about Filthy Frank is, if you've seen any of his videos, like I have, very few of them, and just thinking about them and describing some of them is making my stomach literally turn in a knot. You gotta know that his content was very, very graphic and super demoralizing and very, very unmorally ethic. It's not content that I ever recommend anybody watches. It's just not. I absolutely would never sit down and watch that kind of content with my family. But it's just a YouTube creator that I'm aware of, and that was around for a very long time. Filthy Frank has been retired as a YouTuber for 6 years. He hasn't even posted for 6 years. So it'll be very interesting, though, to see if he'll ever come back. Who knows? But one thing's for sure, Filthy Frank put his time in, and he absolutely, more than likely, got burnt out on YouTube and definitely had enough. Him and Max Mofo, iDubbbz, How to Basic, those four, they all at one point partnered or teamed up with each other on videos because they were helping their YouTube channels grow and be pushed by one another. It's different than partnering. Teaming up is way different. And you see, like, Badlands Chugs did that with name drops. So I think it's a good strategy to help your channel grow. But yeah, to end this video off, one thing's for sure, Filthy Frank is something else. Oh my gosh. I don't think there is any other content creator that is quite like that guy. Unbelievable. So that's it, you guys. That was my thoughts on Filthy Frank TV, and I will see you next time. Make sure to like and subscribe, share the video, and always drop a comment down below because it does help boost the algorithm. Make sure you check out my video, Black Cherry Cola Soda Shop 2-liter chug, where I take on a 2-liter chug, and then you can check the description down below for that video and other extras. Maximus the Fourth here, my thoughts on Filthy Frank. See you next time. As always, thank you for watching.